You're watching Buzz with Jess Lujan.
We're back with my studio guest, the Director of Department of Administration, Benita Magnolia. And of course, we were just talking about health insurance and how that worked. Now, taxes, right? Tax refunds.
That's correct. We've been paying them out.
And I think it was just this morning that I read, or something this afternoon, I think, $10 million
Yes.
going to be released again this week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Revenue and Tax are going to be processing those checks tonight, and we should get them by tomorrow, process them, and
Now, this
them
will
in the
go,
mail.
these are for which filers now?
Up to April 1st.
April 1st?
Yes.
Okay, April 1st, so we're moving into the 15th
Yeah,
date there.
yeah.
So you will have, so how often now are they being released? Are we getting in a groove where we know, like maybe every 30 days that this is happening?
No,
how does that happen?
we've been releasing
okay.
more than that,
Okay.
actually. When you look at the history of how much we've released, we have released over 100 grand already, and these are just from not using borrowed funds. And you know, the governor is committed to ensuring that we release the tax refunds on a timely basis.
And then this is, of course, from revenues coming in and collections as well, right? So
yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, so
And
obviously
so this is the second year that we've paid tax refunds using our own resources.
the revenues coming in.
Yes.
Now, also, I think it was just this week that I read as well that I guess the remainder, the balance of the hay,
Yeah, the 50%.
50%
yeah,
of the hay being paid out. Now, where is that money coming from and all that? Same?
Yeah, this is the
revenues
same.
coming in?
Yeah,
Okay.
revenues coming in from also from the Section 30.
Oh, okay,
that
okay.
came in.
Now, what was the balance? What was the total balance for that for the hay? Do you know? Do you happen to have that figure?
It's about 5, I believe.
5
yeah.
million? 5 million?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Now, again, so I know there's still. I mean, we're reading. I know there's an oversight tomorrow for the hospital. There was something of the hospital not receiving their hay pay yet, something like that. Now, how is that calculated? I mean, if we're paying 50% now or the other half, and an agency hasn't received theirs yet, what happens?
Well,
there?
we are actually meeting with the hospital with my staff, and we're going through their calculations because the way they calculated their hay, I believe they used different criteria and included certain groups that were not included in that plan. So we're still meeting, and actually we met this afternoon, and we just stopped because of the earthquake.
Oh, the earthquake. Okay. So let me get this straight. They're not getting it not necessarily because there's not money to pay it out yet. There's categories. I guess the formula's not right yet in how they're calculating this thing, right? Is that basically what I'm hearing from you? Is the formula's not quite right? People are being put into areas that maybe they shouldn't be getting this much or whatever it is. So once you get that, then the money is there for them to get it.
Well, there's also you know, that's one factor.
Sure.
And it's also the total funds that was appropriated.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
It's not sufficient.
It's not sufficient.
Yeah.
Okay. So now that you've paid the other half for, I guess whatever the first half was waiting for.
But we are working with them.
Okay,
to,
okay.
to make sure that their needs are addressed.
Oh, okay. So they would get that shortly after those things are resolved. I guess some of the issues.
Like I said, we're working with them and to see how we could support them.
Okay. Now with taxes again, Section 30. We just there was news the other day as well that there was more money being received. Now. Where was that coming from?
Those were the reconciliation efforts that Revenue and Tax had been working on for a number of years.
Okay.
And when the Governor Calvo, came into office, we had, he had pushed the efforts stepped up the efforts with Revenue and Tax to push the reconciliation efforts with the IRS and he has also made several trips to the states to meet with the IRS. So those trips have been very fruitful, and that's why we are getting those additional Section 30 funds this year.
Yeah. Now, you know, the critics of the administration, I mean, criticize the fact that, you know, there has been, you know, these tax benefits that have been given out, and they were very, again, critical of maybe times we won't be able to pay these tax refunds and everything because of these tax abatements that you know, based on QCs and things of that nature. It doesn't seem to be happening. You know, in regards to that, I mean, the revenue is still coming in, regardless of you know, QCs being granted or some tax offsets from.
Yeah, well, those QCs and tax offsets, they're allowed by law, and we just have to be able to manage. When they're used, when they're applied, we just have to be able to manage the cash. And so far, you know, the last 4 years, we have done just that.
Yeah. So what does it look like, this year's projection? I mean, I know that the budget that just passed, I think the government just signed that as well. What does it look like? Military buildup, all things considered at this point. What does 2015 look like going through those years? Are we going to see another repeat 2014, maybe even better collections?
Well, we've had already 4 years of you know, the governor submitting his budget, and so far we have a very good trend, track record in what was submitted and what has been collected, and we have had 2 years of surpluses, and we hope to continue that. And
rating agencies have noticed,
and then
that, right?
with the credit rating agencies, I think that's a third party testament to what this administration has done.
And that's why at this point as well, as when any agency goes out for a bond, I mean, they sell like right away.
Yes, and you know, it's all the hard work of you know, the governor and also the fiscal policy team. We go out and you know, they've seen what this administration has